I just hit my most important investing milestone of all time. My dividend portfolio is now sitting at over $100,000. And as Charlie Munger has stated before, getting your first $100,000 invested is the hardest accomplishment in investing, but you have to find a way to do it. I've been tracking my dividend portfolio for over 2 years now and have come a very long way during that time period. Getting to $100,000 was not easy, but here's the good news. It gets much easier from here on out, and in this video, I'm going to explain why that is. It took me around 8 years to get to a $100,000 portfolio, but here's what's crazy. I'm projecting that it will only take me about 2.5 years to get my next 100,000. Now the question we need to answer is, how is this possible? So let's go ahead and look at an example. And like always, if you'd like to be able to download this spreadsheet and join a community of dividend investors, then you can head over to my Patreon page at the link in the description. But what we're currently looking at is a portfolio projection sheet that will tell us how long it will take to get to a $100,000 portfolio. So let's go ahead and jump into the example. Now we have some variables here that we need to plug in. Let's go ahead and assume that someone is starting with a portfolio size of $0. They're going to get a price growth rate on average around 7%, dividend growth rate of 7%, and a dividend yield of 3.5%. Now they're starting with a portfolio size of $0, but let's say they are making $1,000 monthly contributions. So the answer that this will tell us is, how long will it take to get to a $100,000 portfolio with these projections contributing $1,000 a month? So if we jump over to our analysis, what we really need to be looking at is this account value tab right here. When will this number hit $100,000 and how many years will it take? So let's start scrolling down to see how long that will take. And we can see right here we hit $50,000 in our 3rd year of investing, but let's keep scrolling down. And right here, you can see this is where we hit our $100,000 account value. And it looks like it takes a little over 6 years to get to that point. And over that time period, we could expect to contribute around $73,000 total. So while 6 years may seem like a long time, it's actually pretty quick to get to $100,000. But again, why is that $100,000 mark such a big deal? And why is it so much easier to get your next $100,000? Well, let's continue looking at our example. Let's say we keep all of the same assumptions, but we already have $100,000 invested in this example. How much quicker can we get to $200,000? So if we jump back over to our analysis, let's scroll back up to the top, and you can see now we are starting with an account value at $100,000. So to get that first $100,000, it took us over 6 years. How much longer will it take us to get that next $100,000? So let's start scrolling down and see right here, we get to 151. We're halfway there in just a 2-year time period. But if we keep scrolling down, you can see right here is when we hit that $200,000 mark, and it only took us about 3.5 years. Now, what's the reason behind this? And the answer is fairly simple. It's due completely to compound interest. If you keep your money invested, it will continue to grow at an increasing rate. And eventually, the interest you receive will even outpace your contributions. And that's why it's so important to get to that first $100,000, because that's when the compounding effect really starts to kick in and makes it really easy to build wealth. That first 100K took us a little over 6 years, while the second 100K took almost half that amount of time at around 3 years. Throughout your investing journey, it is important to continue to track your portfolio and celebrate the accomplishments along the way, because it's going to keep you motivated to keep going. And like I mentioned earlier, it took me around 8 years to hit my first $100,000. Now, I'm currently trying to be very aggressive with my contributions, and I'm trying to average $2,500 in contributions a month. So with that being said, how long will it take me to hit my next $100,000? And you can see right here, I should be able to hit my next goal in just a little over 2 years. So again, the snowball effect is really starting to take place with my portfolio, which is a beautiful thing to see. So for those of you who have been keeping up with my investing journey for some time now, I want to say thank you. And for those of you who have just recently started keeping up with my investing journey, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to the channel so that you can see how real money is being invested and is growing. And like always, if you'd like to be able to download this spreadsheet or any of my other spreadsheets and join a community of dividend investors, then you can head over to my Patreon page at the link in the description. So with that being said, again, thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.